Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we are unpacking a digital threat that has literally reshaped the entire cybersecurity landscape, ransomware. We're going to look closely at the mechanics of this threat and, most importantly, the defenses you can deploy against it. Okay, let's dive into this, because honestly, this is a topic that impacts absolutely everyone who uses a connected device today. Your files have been encrypted. Pay money to get them back. Just imagine starting your day. You're pouring a cup of coffee, turning on your computer, and instead of your familiar desktop, you're greeted by this stark, chilling message. All your documents, your photos, those critical work files, poof, they are completely locked away from you. You click your mouse, you hit the keyboard, but nothing works. You are entirely locked out of your own digital life. This isn't some hypothetical movie plot. This is exactly what happens in the very first moments of a ransomware attack. You're immediately put into a position of total helplessness, held hostage by an unseen attacker.
Section 1, the ransomware nightmare. So what exactly are we dealing with here? Ransomware is a type of malware that blocks access to files or systems and then demands payment from its victims. So the crucial point is the mechanical, almost violent nature of this attack. It doesn't just quietly steal your data in the background. No, it mathematically scrambles everything until it is completely unreadable without a decryption key. It's digital extortion, plain and simple. It's kind of like a digital mobster changing the locks on your own business and demanding a briefcase of cryptocurrency just to let you back in. They take control, and they demand you pay them to get that control back.
Which brings us to Section 2, how the infection spreads.
You might be wondering, how does this nightmare actually begin? Well, there are 4 primary attack vectors: phishing emails, infected downloads, weak passwords, and vulnerable software. I want you to think of these not just as technical jargon, but as the unlocked doors and open windows in your digital house. Attackers rarely force their way in through a solid brick wall, right? They look for an easy way inside. They trick you into opening a sketchy phishing email, or they hide malware in a download you swore was safe. Sometimes they just guess a weak password and literally waltz right through the front door. Or they exploit outdated software that you just haven't gotten around to patching yet. And this brilliantly illustrates that these attacks often rely just as much on human error, basic oversights, as they do on complex coding. This was exactly the method behind that infamous WannaCry attack that crippled systems globally just by exploiting unpatched vulnerabilities. You leave a digital door unlocked, and the attackers walk right in.
So who exactly are these attackers targeting? Section 3, in the crosshairs.
Now, what's really interesting about this breakdown is the direct correlation between high-stakes targets and the exact reasons they're so vulnerable. We generally see 3 massive targets: businesses, hospitals, and government organizations. Businesses are targeted because, well, their proprietary data is an absolute goldmine. If they lose financial records or customer databases, operations just grind to a halt. Just look at the Colonial Pipeline attack a few years back that disrupted fuel supplies across the entire U.S. East Coast. Crazy, right? Then you have hospitals. They're targeted because their minute-to-minute operations completely depend on system access. Patient records, surgical schedules, medication tracking. When those systems lock up, surgeries get delayed, and ambulances literally have to be rerouted. It creates this massive life-or-death leverage for the attackers. And government organizations? They face a combination of both. Their data is incredibly valuable, and civil society absolutely depends on their systems running smoothly. The attackers know exactly where it hurts the most, and they aim right for the organizations that can least afford to be locked out.
But we are not helpless here. Section 4, your defense strategy.
Let's move to our defense checklist and see how this builds a complete, impenetrable shield around your digital life. Here is a rapid-fire, 5-step list to protect yourself. Step 1. Keep your software updated. This immediately closes those open windows of vulnerable software we talked about earlier. Step 2. Use strong passwords, effectively bolting your front door. Step 3. Enable multi-factor authentication. This is a simple move that puts a massive security guard right in front of that bolted door, stopping the vast majority of automated attacks in their tracks. Step 4. Avoid suspicious attachments, which completely neutralizes the threat of phishing emails. And Step 5. The ultimate failsafe: maintain regular backups. If you have your data backed up safely off-site, the attacker has absolutely zero leverage over you. They can lock your system, sure, but you already have a copy of everything you need. These 5 steps working together take the control right out of the attacker's hands.
Your data is valuable. Protect it before attackers take control. This is the absolute core warning we must take away from today's explainer. The entire ransomware business model relies on the simple fact that your data is incredibly valuable to you and that you probably haven't taken the steps to properly secure it. The responsibility lies entirely with us to lock things down proactively. Because honestly, once the files are encrypted, the damage is already done. The battle is won or lost in the preventative steps you take long before the breach ever happens.
So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Are you waiting for attackers to take control, or are you protecting your valuable data today? Every single day you operate without strong passwords, without multi-factor authentication, and without regular backups, you are leaving your digital front door wide open. Don't wait for that chilling ransom note to appear on your screen. Take action, secure your systems today, and make absolutely sure your valuable data remains firmly in your control. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and stay safe out there.